The first card you have is your current position coming into the month of November, and you have Leo's card, which is strength. Strength is patience, it's control, and it's also about self-awareness, making sure you understand it's trying to stabilize. So very interesting because both of these are about patience. So Pisces, this is saying, if you're single, you definitely need to have patience. There's something coming towards you here that is something you may have even dreamed of or hoped for, but it's not showing itself right this second. So the Strength card is saying, have a little patience. It's coming. It's going to fulfill in the direction that you need it to. But again, this is patience, control, self-belief. So control what you can. It's kind of like the serenity prayer, right? So control what you can, accept what you can't control, and just kind of go with the flow. And it's hard, Pisces, because you're a water sign, just like Cancer and Scorpio, where we want things, we want answers, we want to know what's going on. And the Strength card is saying, stop, take a breath. Things will happen when they need to happen. Both of these cards make me feel like if it's meant to be, it'll be. If you're single and you're dating, then stop trying to control who you can date. Just stop trying to put a timestamp on it or put an expectation on it, okay? And just enjoy. Just date to date. Just enjoy it without any expectations, without anything, without trying to push something. Just let it be organic, okay? Now, if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. You've got to have patience because I feel like there have been things between you guys that haven't been good. Maybe you were not a good person in the relationship. Maybe they were not a good person in the relationship. It feels like now's the time to heal because you have these cards right here. So now's the time to say, okay, if you're really interested in getting back with this person, then you need to make amends. And in a big way, there needs to be somberness. There needs to be humbleness, whether it's your part or their part. There definitely needs to be a clearing of this like ego conscious going on. The next card you have is anything you're hoping for, anything you're feeling as you come into the month. That's very interesting. So the Devil card you have showing up, which is Capricorn's card. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn. Very interesting. You have Leo and Capricorn. So you have a fire sign and an earth sign. The Devil is about jealousy. It's about codependency. It's about addictions. It's about different things. So if you're single, this definitely says that what's weighing heavily on your mind is either you have tendencies towards addiction, people you're meeting have tendencies towards addiction, or you're meeting people who are just not showing their true self. You're meeting people who are really not showing their true self. This isn't just like a Seven of Swords where you're feeling a little defensive, or Seven of Wands where you're feeling a little like priorities need to get balanced. This is like full on, you're not meeting people who are good for you, or you're the one who needs to address certain things. You're the one who needs to address certain issues in your life. And again, it doesn't have to be horrible, like, rehab and all this stuff. It could just be that maybe if you're single, you're talking to a few people and you're kind of like, hey, I thought things were going well, but you're finding out that they're like a mess, or that they're talking to like 10 other people. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is, you guys need to figure some shit out. This is, you have some serious issues that need to be addressed, or they do. But at the same time, there's like a jealousy, a codependency here that's going on that's not necessarily very healthy. But this definitely tells me that like, hey, I'm sorry, Pisces, but it's interesting because this month, on all the reads I've done so far, Pisces and Sagittarius are the ones who are getting the most amount of people saying, hey, you've totally screwed me, or you've totally screwed up, or I'm waiting on a Pisces, or I'm waiting on a Sagittarius to get their shit together. So I'm not saying, Pisces, that that's accurate, but if it's not you, it's them. But I feel like it's a bit of both of you. So if you're looking to reconcile, I feel like you're both in limbo, thinking that you're just going to continue the negative balance instead of finding something really good. Now, again, this is in the beginning. Doesn't mean that's the outcome. The next card you have is anything throughout your distant past, 5-10 years, could be throughout your childhood. I always read this together for anybody who's single and anybody who's looking to reconcile, because this is just the universe saying, hey, these are things you need to avoid bringing in this month, or these are things you need to reminisce about this month. And you have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is about curiosity. It's about a spark. It's about confidence. So this is urging you, Pisces, to find your confidence again, to find that spark again. And what's interesting is I feel like whether you're dating or whether you're looking to reconcile, find that spark with whoever. If it's somebody you're looking to reconcile, what was that spark? What was the beginning? What did you think you were going to find with that person? And if you're looking for love or you're dating, what were you initially drawn to, excuse me, in the past couple of weeks or past few months? Could be even years ago. Like I said, this is distant past. What made you happy? What sparked your interest about people? Bring that back in. Try and find that again. Because right now I feel like you're relying on the universe to kind of guide your way, which is fine. But what have you been looking for? What makes you happy? Even if you're looking to reconcile and this type of energy is present, remember there was a spark at one point with that person. Remember that there's things that you could harness instead of dwelling on past issues. And if you're single, this is saying, hey, well, what sparks your interest? What are you interested in now? Because the dating game has changed so much that it feels like you're forced in 20 different directions instead of really figuring out what it is you're interested in. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past few weeks, past a month or two, and you have the Chariot, which is Cancer's card. So you could be dealing with Cancer or another water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. The Chariot is saying, look, you guys need to be in the same direction. If you're single, this tells me that you've been either dealing with a Cancer, you've been dealing with a Pisces or Scorpio. Could be other signs, but you have a lot of major arcana cards here, so it's hard to differentiate. The only other one is the, fire sign, and then you've got the earth sign Capricorn, and then you've got fire sign Leo. But the Chariot is saying, look, you have to be self-aware on what you're doing and what you're bringing to the table. So Pisces, what direction are you moving? What direction have you been moving? The Chariot is saying, look, if the past couple of weeks haven't been working for you, then you need to figure out what it is you want, this interest, this spark, and move in that direction. If you're single, move in that direction, and then people who are on the same playing field with you will move in that direction too. This is basically saying the past couple of weeks, past month or two, you've been trying to force people, not force people, but like you've been hoping that it'll work out with people that are moving this way and you're moving that way. So the Chariot doesn't move unless two people are moving in the same direction. If you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. If you've been talking about marriage and talking about moving in together, and then all of a sudden you're backtracking and you're just hanging out occasionally, going to play some golf, not really doing anything romantic, not making any, good expectational moves, then what are you getting? What direction are you going in? If you're looking to reconcile, you need to make your path clear. They need to know what path you're on. They need to make their path clear so that you guys can move succinctly. Excuse me. Very interesting. I did a reading for a gentleman earlier this evening, and he had this card in the exact same space. So it's just saying, hey, by the way, if we're on the same page, great. And if we're not, then let's move on. The biggest thing about this, though, is self-awareness. So you can't have expectations of other people if you don't have those same expectations of yourself. So if you're saying, hey, I want to marry you and but then your actions don't show that, then don't expect their actions and their reactions to show that as well. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the Four of Pentacles. Why, Pisces? What's going on here? The Four of Pentacles is a possessiveness. It's a frugality. It's almost like almost like a jealousy that goes on here. So if you're single, this definitely says either you've been dating somebody, you're dating a few people, you're going to start dating a few people, but you're feeling very frugal with your love. You're feeling like, no, I've been hurt before. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to give you my time or attention. I'm holding on. This is like, I'm focusing on work, and you're really not going to get the time of day from me if you want to date me. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. This is you being jealous and holding on to your emotions without setting them free. If you really want this person back, you're going to have to release this, because this has been a cause of issue for a while, and you have to understand that. But this definitely says that you're going, hey, I'm not willing to, like, you're expecting somebody to come 200% towards you when they're not. They're going to come 50%, and you're going to have to go the other 50%. This definitely says you're holding on tight. You're not wanting to let go of any of your emotions. Whether you're single or looking to reconcile, you're not willing to let go of love. You're not willing to present love, you know, and I hate to see this because, I mean, it's almost the end of the year, especially here in the US, like I said, the holidays. But this is definitely saying, hey, you're holding tight to something that maybe you should just let go, be fancy free. Like, tell the person you love them. Whatever it is here, you're being stubborn and there's no reason to be stubborn. Now it could be reversed and they could be being stubborn. But like I said, it's very interesting because I've had a lot of signs recently commenting about Pisces. So I feel like you're in this stronghold that really isn't necessary. The next card you have is your immediate futures for the next few weeks, next, you know, month, through the month of November. And you have the Ace of Swords. This is logic, clarity, and power. So take your power back. If you're single, this is saying, look, understand what you're wanting. Figure out what you want. Put a game plan in place. Look at this. Let the universe guide you to a certain extent, but also know and understand what you want. Have the strength to say, I don't need something right now. I don't feel like you're being pushy, like, oh, I have to find somebody right this second. But the Ace of Swords is saying, hey, you definitely need to understand that you have the power to get what you want. But are you putting that out into the universe? If this is how you are, guarded and protecting yourself and not knowing what path you're on or thinking you're on the same path as somebody and you're not. And then this is saying, look, see things clearly, understand where your responsibility lies and what your expectations of other people is. If you can't expect from somebody what you're willing to give, you're not going to get anywhere. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. What are you expecting from that person? Are you putting in 100% and they're putting 100%? Or are you putting in 50% and they're putting in 100%? You've got to be really careful here, Pisces. And I don't want to bash on Pisces because it's not a negative thing here. But the biggest sign right here with the Ace of Swords is that you have the power. These people, if you're looking to reconcile, and even people who are single, these people care about you. They like you. But what is this like protecting yourself? I know that there's past history, but let go. Let somebody love you. If you let these people love you, they will. But I feel like you're holding on tight and you're going, oh, I'll only let you love me so much. And I'm only going to give you so much. And I'm only going to be as attentive as I can handle. No. If you want something serious, if you want something sincere, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, you've got to open up because you're holding this power, but what you're doing is pushing people away. The next card you have is anything tangible coming throughout the month. So anything that, you know, could last for a day, could last for an hour. I hope this lasts the entire month. You have the Ace of Cups. This is friendship. This is building something. This is love. This is creating upon something amazing. So if you're single, definitely says new love could be coming in. It definitely says new beginnings could be coming in. It even could be somebody that you've loved for a long time is coming back. And if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. This is saying a new beginning is on the horizon for you. There's going to be a point at this month where you're going to feel this energy. Why you're closed off later, I don't know. So we'll have to figure out, we'll clarify that. But the Ace of Cups is saying, look, there's a very good chance for love for you here, Pisces. A big chance. Whether you're single or looking to reconcile, this is all good energy. This is attraction. This is a deep connection. But you have to harness that. You have to understand it and you have to water it. It can't just be, you know, hey, I love you, and then I hope everything falls into place. There's actions. There's things that have to be done in order for this to come to fruition. The next card you have is anything you're feeling throughout the month, which is a great card as well. You have the Star card. So this is anything that you could, you know, possibly feel. Hopefully it lasts the whole month, but it could be the beginning, middle, end. You have the Star card. The Star card is Aquarius's card, so you could be dealing with an Aquarius. But the biggest thing about the Star card is you're not losing faith. You're not losing hope. So if you're single, you believe that there's somebody out there for you. You believe in this beginning. You believe in this love and this attraction. You believe that you can have it all. Stop stifling it. Stop trying to control things you can't control. If you're looking to reconcile, this is saying that's possible. There's no reason you can't have this. But what's this energy here? I can't wait to clarify that because this is you being stingy in love. And it's like, no, now's your time to open up. If you really want this person and you're looking to reconcile, you better go get it. You better make your move, because if you don't make your move now, times are changing. If you're single and looking for love, this is saying, okay, you're on the precipice. So what are you waiting for? Jump in while the water's warm. I would say hot, but I don't like hot water. The next card you have are your hopes or fears for the outcome. And again, this is internal. It's hopes or fears. And this is definitely a fear. The Five of Wands is about priorities. It's about competition and it's about chaos. So you're either, if you're single, you're either meeting a lot of people and you're going, shoot, I don't even know who to talk to, what to do, who to talk to first. Or you're finding that people you're dealing with, you're having to like compete to meet or to talk to people. And you don't want that kind of energy. But this is also getting your priorities in balance. So if you've been feeling out of whack, if you're single and you've been kind of like, all right, well, I want to be able to date, but I don't want it to like take control of my life. I don't want it to like be this, you know, something that drags me down. I want it to be very positive. You may need to learn how to step back. Now, again, this is internal. It's hopes and fears. So your fear is this month that things are going to get chaotic. If you're single, you're going to be like, I don't know how to deal with life, work, balance, the whole thing, because there may be a plethora of suitors coming in or a lot of people you can talk to. And then all of a sudden you're going, whoa, wait. I just wanted to meet like one or two cool people. But again, hopes and fears, it's internal. You can get over that. If you're looking to reconcile, this may tell you that somebody that you're looking to reconcile with has competition, excuse me, or vice versa. Excuse me. You have competition. You know, there's other people interested in you or there's other people interested in this person that you're looking to reconcile with. And I feel like that's a fear. Again, this is internal, but you need to get your priorities in check and your balance in check and figure out, do you really want this person? If you do, again, like I said, now's the time to go for it. It may be a wasted chance. Now, I want to mention one thing though, if you're looking to reconcile, this can be in reverse too. So it's not necessarily that you're missing out on the chance. They could be missing out on the chance. Maybe you've got, you know, 5 people who are interested in dating you and they need to make the move. The next card you have is your outcome, which is the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is very beautiful. Water sign. So again, you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The very interesting thing here though with the outcome is that